Hey guys, it's Tiffany, and you're catching me for Free Tarot Friday on a Wednesday. Don't freak out, you didn't miss any days. It's definitely Wednesday, so I'm doing it early because I've got a schedule conflict on Friday, so I just wanted to make sure to deliver your readings to you this week, and thank you for your patience. Alright, so let's just clear the deck and start with Aries. We're just clearing and getting a message, a fun message for Aries. You're getting a bit of a jump start on the weekend. So the end of the week and the weekend ahead, what is it that our Aries friends need to hear? Okay. All right, we get the Ace of Wands, which is very Aries in nature. And we get the Strength card. And it looks like you're doing something new that is a challenge for you, you know? So this could be a new routine, a new behavior, responding to things differently. It could be, you know, just starting something new that takes a lot of inner strength for you, you know? So just remembering to stay strong, you know, to keep the faith, to be able to go forward and remember that you can do hard things. You know what I mean? Is there any more action needed? Yeah. So we've got the High Priestess here, and so Aries, this is also about tuning into your own intuition, and sometimes your intuition happens quickly, and sometimes it's like after you receive some information. So just know that your intuition is part of the weekend ahead. You know, leaning into the feelings, leaning into the mystic, leaning into the realm that doesn't really make sense. You know what I mean? And just going with your gut here. So you can do hard things. Right? They can be fun. They don't have to be hard. All right, let's clear the deck for Taurus and see what little tidbit of information would be useful for our Taurus friends for the weekend ahead. Okay. All right, for Taurus, we get the Eight of Swords. And so this is when we just feel like we're kind of stuck in a rut. You know what I mean? When we feel like we can't really get out of our comfort zone and there's something just out of our reach. You know what I mean? This is where you've been in your own way, where you've become a prisoner of your own making. And so if you're thinking about repeating some patterns, maybe this weekend you do something different and you choose yourself first. You know what I mean? You choose your own life first, right? So I know that's going to hit home for some of you, choosing yourself first over the other activities, the other things that take you away. Just ask yourself, is this bringing me closer to my goals and objectives for my life or further away? Okay. And then let's clear the deck for our Geminis. Just clearing the deck for Geminis. Okay. All right, we've got the Five of Cups. All right, so there's some grief here, and we've got the Page of Cups. And so this is really about a return to innocence, you know, a return to youth, a return to childlike thinking. All right, and so there's something going on in our lives, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising here, where, you know, we're trying to come to terms with some sadness. And in order to do that, it's like, in order to let go and detach from the sadness, it's really about connecting with, you know, your dreams that you had before it got complicated. You know what I mean? What were your dreams you had before things got complicated? And see if you can connect back to those this weekend. Okay. And then if we clear the deck for our Cancer friends, let's just clear for our Cancers. Our Cancers needing a special reading. A little weekend check-in. Some information or guidance that helps them feel seen in an unseen world. Okay, and for our Cancers, we get the King of Cups. Isn't this powerful? You know, knowing that you have these big, deep emotional waters, you know, hidden within you. And what is it that you're going to do with them, right? Like your feelings are very powerful. So remembering, Cancers, that whatever you're feeling, you're conjuring more and more of, right? So using your feelings as your best manifestation tool. You also get a Ten of Wands, which is one of, like, I like the Ten of Wands. You know, it's about fulfillment. It's about things coming to fruition. It's a win. It's a yes card. It's a money card. It's a love card. It's also about things feeling very heavy, you know. And so just knowing that if you're feeling all of the emotional baggage just bubbling up here, that it is okay to feel happy, you know, to choose your feelings as you navigate through things, right? Like you can delegate some of those things. You can also do some of your crab work and just really suck back and retract and just shut off so that you can unplug and recalibrate. You know, if you're just feeling overwhelmed and overstimulated and you're hanging on a thread for some good news, right? It's like, remember that your feelings are really navigating your life, you know. There's a great book by Dr. Joe Dispenza that will help with that. Can't think of the name of it. All right, let's clear the deck for Leo and just see what our Leos need to hear for the weekend ahead. Okay, something fell way down on my floor. 1 second. All right, we get the 0, the Fool card. Okay, so the Fool card is one of my favorite cards because it has to do with really fresh starts, you know, just starting out on something new. And it might seem foolish. It's a new adventure, a new business venture, a new love, a new journey of some kind. And this is really about growing your wings on the way down. You know what I mean? Taking the leap of faith, taking the risk, trusting yourself that you know how to guide your own life. You know what's best for you. So stop asking for advice and just really be willing to roll the dice and see what's out there. You know, go foolishly forward into the world and feel guided by your primal instincts. You know, you have everything that you need right with you. This can also be a call for a more minimalistic life right now. So if you need to go through and clear some clutter, that's another thing that this card can indicate. If we wanted to get a yes, okay. So let's see, who is after Leo is Virgo. Let's clear the deck for Virgo. Clearing for Virgo. Okay, what do our Virgo friends need to hear? All right, the Death card. Isn't that a beautiful Death card? So for those of you wondering, this is the Tarot of Mystical Moments, gifted to me by one of you, and thank you so much. The Death card here for Virgo, you know, death always indicates a new beginning as well, but it does feel like something's just over. And can we turn that into some mulch, into something healthy, into something that fertilizes the future, right? Did you see my eyebrows do that? Fertilizes the future. I don't think I could do that again if I tried. But the idea here, Virgo, is that, you know, something's trying to transform in your life. And so what is that? You know, there's some complications, some inner struggle, something that you've been either beating up yourself about or there's just really no solution to, so it's almost like not worth fighting. So this is kind of about putting down the fight in a way, you know, putting down the internal struggle and just being happy right where you are is what that feels like to me. Okay. Of course, take what you want and leave the rest. You're welcome to your own interpretations. There's so many wonderful readers that are in this group, in this community. And I always welcome your feedback and enjoy learning from you too. All right, next we've got Libra. So let's clear the deck for Libra and see what our Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising could use for the weekend ahead. Don't worry, it's just Wednesday as I'm recording this. We're early for Free Tarot Friday. All right, clearing the deck for Libra. Okay. And we got the Ten of Swords. You know, I like to tell people here that the worst is over, but this is like when you've really kind of overthought something that you've given yourself a headache about it. You've just been spinning your wheels and it hasn't gotten you, you know, anywhere, right? This is when you're you know, overstimulated, analysis paralysis. You know what I mean, Libra? And so we've got the Six of Pentacles here. It looks like for you this weekend, it's like stop overthinking it. Just hang out. Again, this message similar to Aries, like this idea of childlike wonder, reconnecting with people from your past, getting into, you know, getting into something like, I don't know, like going through your old high school reunion, like your yearbook, right? Like something like that. Just doing something that helps you reconnect to your childhood in a way that that is stimulating for you, that's happy for you, right? So not everybody had the perfect childhood, but there's some element of your past that can bring some happiness to you. And so stop overthinking that and then get into your play mode is what I would say. All right, let's clear the deck for who's after Libra? 7, 8, Scorpio. Let's clear the deck for Scorpio. I didn't forget Virgo. Virgo had the death card. All right, let's clear the deck for Scorpio. Okay. What do our Scorpios need to know for the year ahead? The weekend ahead. Let's clear the deck for them. Just see some practical advice, guidance, or wisdom to help our Scorpios find clarity and confidence in the next coming days. Okay. Judgment. All right, so this is like, have you kept your side of the street clean? Can you stand in judgment? Can you stand yourself? You know, can you go to bed at night and feel like you've done everything humanly possible to connect well, to make your side clear and clean without hurting other people? Really, the judgment card is, can you stand yourself? You know what I mean? And if so, great. If not, what is it that you need to clean up, right? We've got the Seven of Swords here. This deck is really beautiful, but you know, the Seven of Swords is also that feeling of being cheated, you know, that feeling of being stolen from in some ways, right? It's like that energy of like somebody taking something away from you, or you kind of squandering your time, right? So just making a decision, do you want to do it like that anymore, right? So a couple of deep considerations for you guys, for you Scorpios out there. Can you stand yourself as is? If not, what is it that you need to change, right? Because, right, it only happens, happiness is just an inside job, right? Okay, let's clear the deck for our Sagittarius. Any Sagittarius watching for the weekend, for a fun reading? All right, just for entertainment purposes, just take what you want, leave the rest here. And clearing for Sag. All right, we've got the Five of Wands. So again, this message of kind of inner conflict, feeling that nothing can really be done, or that you're stuck in a game. You know what I mean? This feeling like a sense of helplessness is kind of around that card. And the Ten of Cups is there too. So this sense of hopelessness has to do with your Ten of Cups relationship, with your significant other, with the person that you are in love with, or maybe you're tired and you're grieving not having that significant other. You know what I mean? It just feels like a little bit of a broken heart going on. And we've got the Eight of Swords here. So in some element, you've been responsible for it and haven't realized it, right? The Eight of Swords is when we've become a prisoner of our own making. So maybe, you know, adjusting some patterns and behaviors to help you with inner peace so that you can overcome this sense of hopelessness and regain this sense of love, you know, the sense of love. All right, let's clear the deck for Capricorn. Let's clear for our Capricorn friends. What do our Capricorns need to hear for the weekend ahead? Clearing for Capricorn. Okay. We get the Moon card, right? So some things can't be known right now. So you're just in the middle of life, and it's like you're baking a cake, and this is how our friend Deborah says it, right? It's like you're scrambling some eggs, or you're churning the flours and the sugars together. It doesn't look like this dry mix of ingredients is ever going to be a cake, right? Then you're going to put everything in the oven. That seems odd. How is it going to go from hot to cake, right? But the idea is that each little thing that you're doing is adding up to something, right? And we might not know what that is yet, you know? You might not know why you're taking this training or working for this client or having a special time out. You know, you might not understand why you're at this particular juncture, but just know that it's not for nothing, right? It's not for nothing, that this is an important part of your journey, right? So don't second guess yourself, okay? All right, let's clear for Aquarius. Let's clear the deck for Aquarius. See what our Aquarius friends need to hear for the weekend ahead so that they can feel seen by the unseen world. Okay, clearing the deck for Aquarius. Okay. All right, we get the Page of Pentacles. Isn't that beautiful? So Aquarius, what garden are you growing? What seeds are you planting? We also get the High Priestess. So what magic are you making? You know what I mean, Aquarius? It's like, remember to tap into your intuition, connect with Mother Earth, decide what it is that you want to grow, and then ask for some help co-creating. All right, just some ideas for you to play with the weekend. Maybe you're doing a vision board. Maybe you're reworking some of your dreams. Maybe you're rewriting your future, right? Maybe you're journaling and talking and changing your business plan. I don't know, but it looks like you've got a lot of magic stored up there to use. All right, let's clear the deck. Last time for Pisces. All right, 3 cards fell out. Let's go with it. We've got the Hierophant, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Very beautiful cards here. Sorry, here I go. All right. I'm so sore. I can't get back on the bed. All right, so these guys, for our Pisces, it looks like something's changing with your job, with your marriage partner. Looks like there's a lot more creativity coming in for you to use, to work with. Oh my gosh. Okay. And it looks like staying creative is going to be in your best interest. It doesn't seem like working 9 to 5 or overworking yourself or getting a business schedule. Like, that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about falling in love with your work life, with your love life, with your life, with yourself. We're talking about that sense of deep connection that comes with creativity versus scheduled plan strategy step by step. So you're going with the flow, which you're pretty good at already, and you're going to stay creative, right? Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed some simple guidance for the weekend, guys, and I hope that you all have a great weekend. Thanks for your patience while I'm doing this a little bit early. And if you need some additional support, it's over at wiseskiescollective.com. We've got the July forecast, the July podcast. Jen LeCompte is going to be my special guest on the podcast. She's going to be teaching us a nightmare lab where we're going to be talking about night terrors and nightmares and the things that kind of keep us up or stimulated in a confusing way at night. So she's going to help us dissect some of that. Also, just as a sneak peek, we've got another intuitive joining the Wise Skies Collective who has some interesting tricks up her sleeve that I'm so excited, but I'm going to wait before I announce that. And I think that's it. Have an awesome weekend. And until we can work together again, namaste.